everyone, this is Jarle for Possum Stamps. Thank you for joining me. We are in the middle now of our Christmas card making series. So for today I have a casual Christmas card where I use a new stamp set and a new stencil. For this card I use this brand new Gingerbread Lane stamp set, this sentiment set for Christmas, which is also from the newest release, and then this gorgeous candy stripes stencil. I took out Bristol Smooth cardstock and I die cut it with a stitched rectangle. I was going to be doing some ink blending, so I wanted to use Bristol Smooth cardstock. Now I placed my stamps I wanted to use on my card panel, and then I wanted to mask off that bottom edge there. So I used some very wide post-it tape to mask off that edge there. I folded that tape all around my panel. Then it was time to do some ink blending. I used two teal colors. I started out with that darkest teal color, and I started at the bottom of my panel, so just on that mask there. Because it's a very intricate stencil, I didn't use circular motions to blend out my color, but instead I used kind of a linear motion to do this. So after my darkest teal color, I'm going in with my lighter teal, and then I'm just repeating that process of dark and light. And I want it to be very light at the top, just like this. So here I'm removing everything. Here I'm removing my mask. So you have that stark white bottom where I will be stamping my sentiments later on. Here I'm taking all my images I'm going to use, putting them in my MISTI, and then stamping them with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I'm going to be using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. So again, I used Bristol Smooth cardstock to stamp my images on. Since I already have my MISTI out, I'm going to stamp my image directly onto my panel. I'm taking that grit transparency sheet just to make sure that my sentiment is stamped on straight. And I'm just stamping it again with that very crisp VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Now on to my coloring. I'm showing you the colors for my gingerbread man here. So I have mid brown and deep brown. I won't be showing you all of the coloring, but I did want to walk you through the process here. So I'm always taking the lighter color of the two of them. So here I'm taking that mid brown, going onto those darkest areas and then blending it out with my blender brush. Then I'm going in with my darkest shade. So here that's the deep brown. Then I am blending it out with that mid brown, so that lighter shade, and then blending that one all out with my blender brush. So I'm actually going in twice with that lightest shade and only once with that darkest shade. So first the mid brown, blending it out, then the deep brown, blending it out with my mid brown, and then blending that one out with my blender brush. So here just showing you all the colors I used. For that purple I just used the violet shade. So here, since the images were so small here, I didn't need to use two colors. So I just took that peach pink and that violet shade, and for that hair of that man I'm using the light brown. For my door of the house, I took the very pale English lavender. Since I don't have my coordinating dies yet, I'm fussy cutting my images out. Then I am taking a Sharpie marker and just going around all of the edges of all of the images. This gives it a more finished look when I will be placing all of my images onto the card. So you won't be seeing my failed fussy cutting here. I'm taking all of my images and then popping them on with some foam squares, so the house and then those two little gingerbread men, those are all popped up with foam squares. Now onto the card base. I'm folding my card base here at 5.5 inches. Since it will be a side folding card. And then with my tape runner I am taping, or I'm gluing my card panel on top of my card base. For a finishing touch I'm using some shimmer from my Spectrum Noir shimmer pen. And this finishes off the card for today. I hope you like how it turned out, and I will see you again very soon. Have a great day. Bye!